Hello, Unified Art students. It is Miss Valley. I am probably in Texas right now, but I am thinking of you guys. I want to make sure you know exactly what you need to do. I just realized I totally spelled example wrong. Ignore that. I can spell. But I want to just make sure you know what you need to do for your 2-day assignment we're going to be working on in Unified Art for Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, you've got a few speakers coming in, so you're going to do something fun and special for Friday. So what you're going to see is that each student is going to get a puzzle piece. Your puzzle piece is going to be a rectangle shape. On the puzzle piece there are going to be different black outline shapes, and each section is labeled with what colors you're going to fill those sections with. Now, if you notice in my example, this section says blues. So since we're using Collage, I would page through my magazine with my buddy, and I'll talk about that in a second, and I would look for blues. All right, so here I see this really cool old Japanese print, and I notice there's some really nice blues in there. What I can then do is I can either tear or cut the paper to get a size that's about fingerprint size for me to use. Can I do this one-handed? Sure. Okay, this is a little bit smaller than fingerprint size, but you get the gist. And then we are going to use glue stick to place those little fragments inside of the shape. Try to stay inside the black line the best you can. If you go outside the black line a little bit, that's okay. We are using glue stick to stick these pieces into place, and you can overlap. Now I know that sometimes overlapping is a good way to make things fit neater, so feel free to overlap. As you can see here, I've done a lot of tearing, but you can cut as well. It's kind of all about what you prefer. Now, for our puzzle pieces, they will be completely filled in from edge to edge with collaged, glued on magazine colors. Stick with the labels. Reds, rainbow colors, that means it can be like confetti, a bunch of different colors. Blues, okay, so stick to those labels. Now partners, each puzzle piece has got a post-it on it. Some students will notice that you've got one partner. For instance, Tori, our buddy Tori and our friend Kenna are together as a partner group, and they are working on this puzzle piece. Some students are going to be in groups of 4 though, helping out as a larger group. So just follow the labels on the post-it to know who is your friend, who's your buddy for the day. Cleanup's gonna go really slick. Obviously, put the cap on the glue stick, pop it back in the basket. Scraps, if you wanna save some scraps, feel free to put them in your cubby, right? You can always use those the next day. If you've got little tiny scraps that like you're done with, you're not going to use them anymore, please don't just stick them back in the magazine. You can actually just recycle these. It helps to keep our magazine collection a bit neater and cleaner. So recycle the scraps you don't want, save the ones you do want to keep for the next day in your cubby. And then when we get back next week, we're going to put our puzzle pieces together and see what they say or what they form. So stay tuned for that. Have a lot of fun with the sub, and I'll be thinking of you guys while I am in Texas.